Creative is one of the best ways to express yourself, and it can be quite empowering.
Absolutely, and here to tell us a little bit about a nonprofit helping students on the spectrum become empowered through multiple artistic avenues is Woodzik from the Islands of Brilliance. Thanks for coming on this morning.
Thanks for having me, y'all.
Yeah, so first off, can you just explain a bit about what is Islands of Brilliance?
Absolutely. So Islands of Brilliance is a Milwaukee-based nonprofit. For 11 years, we've been providing creativity and technology programming for autistic and neurodivergent youth and young adults. It was founded by Mark and Margaret Fairbanks, whose son Harry was diagnosed when he was 3 years old. And the folks who gave that diagnosis were kind of negative about the prognosis. And Mark and Margaret are theater people like me, and they're like, we're going to ignore that and we're going to find creative ways to empower our child. And then that's grown into dozens of programs that are primarily located in Milwaukee, but now we're expanding to 6 cities over the state with the fellowship.
Oh.
That is absolutely fantastic. It's really nice to get creative and then sharing all their knowledge with people and then, sharing and just passing it along and helping.
Absolutely.
So tell us a little bit about, you have an interesting program to help through the arts. It's a little bit of city making, isn't that right?
Yeah, that's one of our first pieces of curriculum is what's your ideal neighborhood? For me, I'm a big fan of Trixie Mattel, if you know, you know, but a very colorful performer with sort of a Barbie-core aesthetic.
Okay.
And so my ideal neighborhood would be Trixie Wood. She's inspired by Dolly Parton. And so in that first session, I might draw or use construction paper to build Trixie Wood, and then the second session, I would put my neighborhood together with all of my other folks in the workshop, take a photo of that, drop it into a really cool digital arts program called Procreate, illustrate over it. And so it's to show how we're connected and we're maybe not as alone as we seem. And so that's sort of just a little bit of the taste of the programming that's going to be in the fellowship. Up here, we're going to be in Tomahawk on Thursdays from 5 to 6 at the public library. And then in Wausau at the Center for the Arts on Mondays from 6 to 7.
And you want to tell us a bit about the fellowship? Like, what is that?
Yeah, and so this program is funded by a grant through the Wisconsin Department of Health Services, and that's why we're able to offer it for free, which is pretty incredible. And so it's all about creating a peer group of up to 10 autistic and neurodivergent folks at what we call transition age. And so that's 16 to 30, because a lot of programming drops out for autistic folks after high school. And so then what do you do? And a lot of autistic folks, like myself, have special interests. And so instead of saying, well, no, there's a later time to talk about special interests, no, tell us all about your special interests, and then let that manifest in the creative work and conversations that we have during these programs.
That's absolutely fantastic. And when is any of this going to be able to be signed up for? And when can they, where can they look to get into this?
Absolutely. So registration is open. Both Wausau and Tomahawk are about 1/3 of the way full. Okay. Folks can go to islandsofbrilliance.org. And then on our programs, they can look up the fellowship. It's a very quick and easy sign-up form, and then you're in.
Exciting. And have you seen kind of, a student maybe beginning this program to the end, are you able to tell a lot of growth maybe in both like their art skills, also maybe social skills, interactions, everything like that? Like, does this help a lot with that?
Absolutely. One of my favorite humans to collaborate with is our intern, Shane. He has this amazing character that he's created called Armstrong. And through collaborating with our director of technology, Chris Willey, he's been able to learn Blender, learn all these Adobe programs, and I fully believe Armstrong is going to be a character on Cartoon Network like sooner rather than later. It's incredible to see the growth. And also, one of the things that Chris said that I think is really important, and I'm sure our Director of Learning and Outcomes, Dr. Kate Siegman would agree, is this is universal design, the curriculum that we do. It's not, I think sometimes we have these perceptions of maybe we need to dumb it down for folks, but absolutely not. You build it, they will come, to quote, Field of Dreams. So it's incredible to see the growth, to answer your question.
No, that's absolutely fantastic. And it's really neat to be learning those valuable skills like Adobe and all the other ones. It can really translate into the, working world, getting your own start. It's really nice that you do it through a fun and creative and safe space.
Absolutely. And if, folks might get a taste just from the fellowship, but then please check out all of our different programs. Like, I love our Brilliant Breakfast Club, where it's more of a social conversation. What do we think about, optimism versus pessimism and things like that? Sitting in on those conversations gives me such joy. It's amazing.
Absolutely. And then again, one more time, if people want to learn more about, this nonprofit fellowship, anything like that, where is the best place for them to go or contact?
You are going to want to go to islandsofbrilliance.org. You can also check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn.
Well, fantastic. Thanks for joining us this morning, and we wish you the best of luck.
Yes, thank you so much. And coming up, we have What's Trending, including Elmo maybe feeling anything but tickled.